Meow, 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 meow. There we go. Starting to get some people in here now. How's everyone doing? Is it still snowing outside? No, it stopped snowing. I don't know, probably last Monday or so. But the snow really hung around for a long time. In fact, it's funny. Yesterday was the first time the weather really started warming up, and it's only really 24 hours later, and almost all of the snow is gone. In fact, it's funny that in the space of 24 hours, all of the ice on the pool is gone too. There's no ice in the pool anymore. So that's weird how quickly that arrived and how quickly it disappeared. Yeah, yeah, Arctic Texas. You ain't kidding there. Hello, Minnesota. Your weather is here and it's drunk. Come and bring it home. 72 in San Diego. It's gonna be, I think, in the 50s or 60s today. Let me see what's it gonna be here. Yeah, they're saying 65 degrees. So yeah, it's quick. It's funny how quickly that changed because I noticed it just between when I went into work yesterday morning and when I got out of work in the evening. I went into work yesterday morning and it was probably in the 20s and got out and it was in the 40s. And it's like I was joking with some of the people as I was walking out of the building. It's like, wow, this is almost t-shirt and shirt pants weather. How are the palm trees doing? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to make it or not. Uh, they didn't handle it very well. Let's just put it that way. We'll have to see if they come back. I may have lost them. I hope not, but I don't know. We'll see. I checked the pool. Yeah, I was out looking at the pool today. The pool is ice free, which is weird because there was 2 inches of ice on it just a day or two ago. Did the pipes freeze? No, none of that. We kept water trickling the whole time. In the bathroom and in the kitchen, so didn't have any problem with that. Um, the garden hose froze solid, so I couldn't get water out of that. But even that's thawed out now, so no problems there. Jonathan had 3 days without any power. I heard a lot of people at work said the same thing that they had no power for a lot of the time. I never lost power once. I don't know. I guess I was lucky. Where's Nibble? Nibble's actually right here right now. She's just kind of wandering around the chair like she often does. Here, let's see if we can get her to pop on the screen. She's going to come up behind the chair here in a second, I suspect. That's how she usually does it. She comes here, goes around the front of the chair, goes around the backside, and then comes out again. See if we can coax her out here. There she is. Hey, Nibble. Everybody wants to see you. Here's one for you. So yeah, there they are. We coax Nibble out for a minute or two, and then she'll probably go back to her room. Right? Ow! That was my thumb. Come on, Nibble. No, not you. You bit me. Oh, that was rude. That was hers bite. You did bad at her. Sometimes that's the only way you do it. Bike just hit her in the face and she ran off. You're such a gentleman. Yes, you are. Jeez. What do you do with him? But once you get better weather in Minnesota than Tennessee, than in Texas, yeah, that's probably true. It's funny. I was talking to my boss the other day, and he was kind of joking. He's actually from Florida, and he pulled up a picture he'd seen online, and it showed kind of the weather of all of North America, and all of North America, all of the lower 48, which is everything but Alaska and Hawaii, was purple and blue because it was so cold, and then Florida was still like in the 70s and 80s. So that was kind of a trip. I guess Florida is the place to be now, huh? But actually, like I said, we're over it now. So Mike's a cat treat ad. Yeah, well, you look at how big he is. It's clear he hasn't missed a lot of cat treats. Yeah, I didn't look at what Alaska was doing during all of this. I was basically focusing on what was happening here. We knew that by about now it would be starting to warm up. So this is really the first day that it's been really kind of nice to be out. The sun's out a little bit. It's a little kind of partly cloudy. It's partly cloudy, partly sunny. And so when am I going to start on the new patio? Right now, I've still only gotten one quote, and I want to see if I can get another one. Just see how it is. My mom has sent me the money that she's going to send me for that, and so um, we'll go forward with it. We'll be ready to go when we do. How's my mom? My mom's doing good. I haven't talked to her. Our weekly talks are usually on Sunday. Although she did call me a couple days ago, wanted to see how I was doing in the weather and all that. Because she's been kind of I've been getting contacted from all over the place because everybody's watching this on the news, and wanted to find out how I was doing. In fact, I got just a little bit ago, I got a text from the woman who was my realtor of my house in California. She wanted to know how I was doing. So, everyone's just kind of checking in. But I seem to have weathered it just fine. Now we just got to deal with all the shortages in the grocery store. How much I like milk. Well, milk has been gone for about a week, and I decided since the grocery stores are starting to get normal and get shipments in here now because the roads are clear. They weren't getting these shipments, and I actually went over to like Walmart last night on the way home from work, and hoping I'd get some milk over there, and their whole refrigerated section was empty. It was just completely picked clean. I was actually joking with somebody else in the store at the time, saying, "What's the point in running the refrigerators in the refrigerated section when there's nothing in there?" But I figured, okay, well, I'm not even going to hit the HEB then because if Walmart is picked clean, there's not going to be anything at HEB either. But I decided to get up this morning and hit HEB right when they opened up, and it was frustrating because the internet said they were going to be open at 6. Now I knew that they had some changes of hours because of the weather over the last few days, and so I kind of figured, okay, there's a possibility that you know I need to know what their regular hours are. So I went and looked at the internet, and the internet said, "Oh yeah, they'll be open at 6." And the internet also says that the hours had just been updated the day before. So I figured, okay, that's accurate. They're updating it on a day by day basis. Well, I got there at 6 a.m. and they weren't open. They didn't open until 7. So I ended up going home and going back at 7, and I actually did get some milk. So good thing we got milk again, at least for a couple of days. I can only buy a couple at a time, so I only bought two, and I'm sure it's already picked clean now because that was 4 hours ago, and they didn't have a whole lot. So, all right, Charlotte and Logan are here. Hi, Charlotte and Logan. Say hi to Charlotte and Logan. Come on, you can say hi to Charlotte and Logan. No, you're just a crummy host. You're a pig when it comes to kitty treats. You hit your sister to get her a kitty treat, And then you won't even say hi to Charlotte and Logan. Ugh. I'll say a lot of things, but you're no Jaw. No, you aren't. Jaw would say hi to Charlotte and Logan. Yes, he would. Oh well. How's the job going? Job's going great. Job's going great. I got to be the hero a couple of times this week, so that's always nice. You know, they shut down the plant a lot for the weather, and the last couple of days they said, my week started Thursday this week. This was my short week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And so starting Thursday morning, they opened the plant at 9 a.m., which is a couple hours after our normal start time. And I got in there and it was only four of us in like a department of 20. Only four of us showed up. So I got to be the hero. And that's kind of good. And then, had some good work days. The machine worked really well yesterday. So, we got a lot of production done and that was good. Plant's getting back to normal. The machines are kind of like you are when you take a few days off and then it's time to get going again. It's a little slow and you're in a grumpy mood and all that funny stuff. But machine started right up and did pretty well, so that was good. Hope I'm not getting $1,000 electric bills like some. I shouldn't. My rates are supposed to be locked in. I have a contract. They pay a certain amount every month, so that shouldn't change. I don't know. We'll see though. Hello, Jax, Florida. Guess that's the place to be. You guys never really got that cold. I was seeing it was like in the 70s this past week. I guess that's what happens when you have the ocean on both sides. Yeah. Have the cats gotten into the plant window, into the windows of the plants? No. No, I built that little netting thing around there so they can share the shelf. And let's face it, there's too much tub on these guys here for them to be able to jump up to the shelf and get in there. So did I get the bird bath yet? No, I'm thinking I'm probably going to run out there maybe this week and do that though. I know they're probably not open today, and I know they're not open on Mondays. So maybe we'll go. Maybe we'll go on Tuesday or something like that. Jaw peed on a handicapped dog's wheelchair. Oh, that's just not cool. Yeah, all Bite does is hit his sister in the face to grab her kitty treat, doesn't he? Shaw. 65 in Florida, huh? Wow. Actually, we're not going to be too far away from that either. I think I said, what did I say, 64 today? Yeah. 66 we're supposed to hit today, and 71 by Tuesday is what they're saying. Yeah, as quick as it's here, it's gone. Birds are going to love me. Well, I like having the birds in the yard, so that's always cool. And look who's back. Let's see if we can sneak her a treat down. Maybe she'll take it out of my hand because she's close enough. Here, Nibble. There's one for you. See how dainty she is? Linda's lunge at it like her brother. Come on, Nibble. You want another one? Yeah. Such a sweetie. And one for the aptly named Bite. Because that's what he does. He bites you, doesn't he? Okay, back to me here. What's going on here? Supposed to be 73 in Palm Desert, California. Well, I guess that's because you guys got a little cold weather blowing through too. I think Logan says my kitties. Are you her kitties? Huh? You Logan's kitties? Now they're off looking for kitty treats that they might have missed. You ought to hit him back, Nibble. Yeah, you ought to. He swatted you. You swat him. At least a good hiss would be nice. I know you know how to do that. It's 53 this morning in Palm Desert. Be nice to see a bird vlog, see how many show up for the bird bath. Yeah, well, now that we have, now that it's kind of warm enough that the bird bath isn't a bird ice skating rink, we could probably do that. The thing I showed you where I put that little clay thing down there with the water in it. Yeah, that froze over solid. That didn't take long for that to happen. But like that's not how it's done vlogs. Yeah, I mean when I come across something, here there aren't as many of them here because people generally take better care of their house than the maintenance people take care of apartments. That's just the way it is. With the maintenance in an apartment, it's generally more about let's get it fixed. Who cares if we do it right? But I'm glad you enjoy the vlogs. Yeah, I like doing them. Have I talked to Jordan lately? Well, Jordan and I don't really ever talk. We text back and forth, and so that's kind of the limits of our conversations. But seems like he's doing well. So, and I'm doing well. So that's always good. Can actually enjoy getting outside a little bit today. I don't know what I'll do, but I got some plants I'm gonna have to replace because I definitely lost some plants. All right, time for my first sip of water here. Much better. Between Christmas and Thanksgiving, you brought in four ferals from outside. Mom, my dad, and two 10-month-olds. One of the 10-month-olds has five babies and 2.5 weeks ago. Wow. You're going to have your own little menagerie there. Thank you, Jan. Appreciate that. Yeah, you had a deep freeze in Minnesota. That's I'm sure that happens once in a while there. It's snowing like crazy now, huh? Interesting. Get a 10,000-watt generator for emergencies. Yeah, that was funny because the first day it snowed, I went over to Home Depot and they actually had a sign that said, "Yeah, we don't have any generators. They're all gone." Those things go quickly. Fortunately, I never lost power here, so that was good. I don't know, a 10,000 watt generator is probably a pretty big, pretty hefty sized piece of equipment. I don't know where I'd put something like that. But like I said, I never lost power, so it was always nice and warm here. You look forward to my live streams. Thank you. Went from deep freeze to a snowstorm. That sounds like fun. It was cold here, though. I mean, they're calling this like a 50-year storm here in Texas, and I mean, I'm hearing people, who lived here all their life, and they're saying, "Yeah, this was weird. I haven't seen this in a long time." You did the instant pot ribs, and they were good, aren't they? Those are amazing. Yeah, I think that was definitely one of the success stories. I can't believe how good those were. I mean, a lot of the stuff I do, turns out really good, but that was just head and shoulders above everything else. That turned out so well. Your new cats are so sweet. You think the three cats that passed away 2 years ago sent them here? Yeah, they our pets look after us. I think Snowing in South Dakota doesn't surprise me. South Dakota is just over the border from Minnesota, so if Minnesota's getting it, you're getting it. You look well rested. Thank you. Um, I don't know. My body is kind of adapting weirdly to this new work schedule. I was never one that kind of settled into my work schedule, and my sleep patterns even on my days off. When I first started working there, on my days off, I'd go back to my normal sleep schedule, which is up until midnight or 1 in the morning, and then sleep until 10 in the morning or something like that. That's kind of natural for me to do that, but we'll. But for some reason, I guess my body now on my even on my weekends, my body wants to be up at 5 or 5:30. I have to force myself to stay in bed. More cooking vlogs. You like them, huh? All right. You heard that Texas electric bills went from 600 to $5,000. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen here. It shouldn't. I am on a steady payment plan. So basically, I get to use as much power as I want, and I pay the same amount each month. So that's a contract that shouldn't be broken. Southwest corner of South Dakota border. Okay, so you're a ways away from Minnesota then, but still, that still gets pretty cold. That's like real close to Montana then, isn't it? Real close to the Montana border. Yeah, I'm with you, Jonathan. I'm hoping it doesn't affect us. It better not because they they have a contract, and if I use less power, they don't give me any of that money back. So that's kind of the price you pay to be able to run the air conditioning when you need it in the summer. And the truth is, I was working a lot of those days, so I didn't even have the heat on. So there wasn't any power going in here. So yeah, better not go up. I'm going to be very angry if they do. What's my favorite thing to cook? I don't know. I barbecue a lot, so I like doing that. Probably do that again. It's gonna be the first night where you can actually get out there and barbecue something and bring the meat in from the barbecue and not have it freeze solid before you get into the house. So I'll probably do that tonight. I don't know what yet. I got to pull something out of the deep freeze. So, well, I don't know how a lot of people would be able to deal with like a $5,000 surge electric bill. You know, even that would hurt me. That would basically break all the savings I have right now. I'd have to take out a loan to get that. So, but I thought about getting solar panels. It would be nice in the. It'd be nice to not have to pay the electric bill, but whatever. Sorry, we don't do politics here. Not even really sure what the point was there, but you should order a head country barbecue sauce, huh? Never heard of that. 5,000 was only from February 1 to February 19, huh? Interesting. I leaned forward and Logan kissed my nose on the TV. Wonderful. Yeah, thank you, Paul. Yeah, hit the like button if you like what you're seeing. Looking at the clock on the wall. Do I have a? Oh, that clock. Yeah, that was my grandmother's clock. I inherited that from her. Stuart says, wonderful weather in London. How's things here? Well, things here are better. It's definitely warmer outside right now. I noticed the difference uh, yesterday between when I went into the plant at work at 7 a.m. and came out at 7:30 p.m. It was noticeably warmer. In fact, I was commenting to somebody as I walked out the door. It's like, wow, this is like t-shirt and short pants weather. I mean, it was in the 40s, but it was still cold. It's still cold, but you sound like a broken record. But any thoughts on the t-shirts, hats, and no, I haven't really done anything. I got to admit, with the weather, I haven't really been doing anything on that. But don't worry about sounding like a broken record. I need to hear it over and over and over again. Eventually, I'll do something. So just keep reminding me. Yeah, yeah. Jeff Kidd told me that he had what Jordan's merchandise and a couple other, what was it? And then he didn't have one for me. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to do something at some point. I probably will. Like I said, I talked to that company at one point. You could buy a hat. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided about a hat yet. Right now, it would be probably a T-shirt to start with because I do have that image that we could use or that I'm thinking about using, and I do have that one image that I made that we made the three T-shirts of me going through the pod. But I think I probably would use the one that I was thinking of, my "That's Not How It's Done" T-shirt. I was joking to Jordan a while back that it'd be funny if that was what I would became known for, is "That's not how it's done." How's the fireplace doing? Fireplace has been put to some good use lately. However, just like a lot of other things in Texas, firewood became very, very scarce in the past week. So haven't been running it as much as I normally would, but fortunately we have electricity. We didn't lose the electricity at all. So, it was warm enough in the house with just the electric heater. Kenneth would buy a t-shirt too. T-shirt with me and Lou Ferrigno would be cool. Yeah. You thought the palm trees planted so close together might be a problem. I kind of considered that, and I think they'll be fine at that distance. I know how big those get, and yes, the palm tree fronds will kind of grow together, but I think they'll be all right. Yeah, bites back, but yeah, the big question is if they survive. They had it was a rough week for them, so I don't know. We'll have to see. Your wife would buy a t-shirt. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's what I really probably need to do is just really get serious about it. Yeah, bite is back to showing his butt. Yep, that's what he does. He shows his butt. There it is. There's Bite's butt for everyone wanting to know. Yeah, yeah, it was unfortunate timing, but it's just That's just how it happens sometimes. You buy a mug from me, huh? You love your mugs. Okay. Hi, Edward. I'm doing fine. How are you? Nibble's down there too. Mike's gonna go try and steal it from her, but he was too slow that time. You know what they say about a body at rest. And of course, the more mass you move, the more energy it takes to start it moving, right? Good. How's the weather? The weather has definitely improved. It's a lot warmer now. It's probably, I think they're saying 60s today outside, and it was, I think, in the 50s. It was coming up there. So I was totally surprised that 2 days ago we had 2 inches of ice on the pool, and today the pool is completely ice free. I can't believe how quickly that warmed up. But I mean, it went the other way too. It went from ice free to 2 inches of ice in like 48 hours. So, and there was like an inch and a half of ice within like 8 hours. I couldn't believe how quickly that thing froze. What was the lowest temp I saw was about 6. So yeah, it got really, really cold here. Is my house well insulated? Yeah, that was one of the things that the house inspector, when I bought the house, said is that the house is very well insulated. In fact, I've been up. There's a little crawl space going up into the attic in the garage, and I've been up there, and there's like 12 to 14 inches of insulation just in the garage. So yeah, the houses this house stayed pretty warm. I mean, it still got into the 60s in here, and that's kind of the point where the thermostat kicks in and turns on the heat. Tries to keep it up above 66, I think. Hey, Jeff's here. Hey, Jeff. Headed to lunch. Okay. And Jeff's doing a live stream at 7 o'clock. Estimated. Yeah, we'll try and if I remember, I'll try and pop by to say hi. Right, buddy? You gonna stop by and say hi too? All of a sudden you're quiet, right? Is that how it works? He was wondering how the palm trees did. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to make it or not. We'll see. It was rough on them. Yeah, we didn't seem to have any problem. The hose fittings on the side of the house, they were frozen. I couldn't use those, but they're all working now, and everything seems to be thawed out, and we seem to have weathered it. I'm gonna have to replace some plants because some of those plants is don't do that well. They are used to maybe a little bit of cold, but it was there was frozen snow on the ground for like a week here. So you hope to do live streaming one day. Yeah, well, there you go. What do I do at my job? I'm being intentionally vague about certain parts of my life, and one of those things is a job. I don't want a carpetbagger type incident where someone calls my boss and starts harassing them. So it's it's a it's a manufacturing job. That's all I'm really saying. a palm tree in your garden when you lived in Switzerland. It was funny to see it in the snow. Yeah, that's the funny thing. There really wasn't that much snow on it. It's just the cold, I think, that took it out. Because it only really snowed for the one day, but the snow stayed around for a long time because it didn't really get above freezing until yesterday sometime. Yeah, actually, it doesn't have buggy eyes. That's just sort of the way, you know, just some of the patterns in the material. So yeah, I was looking at it in the camera though. It does look like he's got kind of bug eyes because from a distance it looks like that's all of his eye there and that's all of his eye there, but it's not doesn't work that way. And the day it did snow out here, and there was a little bit of snow on the palm trees. I went out immediately and just got the snow off of the leaves. I figured that probably wouldn't be a good thing, but it was just the cold, I think. Yeah, I don't know how much blankets would have helped because the blankets help keep the snow off, but the snow wasn't the problem. The problem was that it was 10 to 15 degrees for a week on end, and plants don't generate their own heat, so a blanket's not going to do anything really. I don't think. You ask about the van over my right shoulder. That is my A-Team box set van. So yeah, you open up the back and I got all the DVDs in there. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing. And since it's really big, it doesn't really fit on my rack on my DVD rack. So I just leave it up there, and we get a lot of conversation. It's a good conversation starter. Here, let's see if we can make it so there's not as much glare on it here. Yeah, kind of hard to do that with all the windows and the light. That's the reflection of the light. That's the other window. There we go. That's a little better. You can kind of see things now. I take some pics of the ice and snow there. Well, I did. What I have is what I put on the vlog that went up last night. So that's kind of my documentation. What are my thoughts on the chili peppers? You what, the ones I'm growing or the band, the Red Hot Chili Peppers? If it's the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I saw them once. They toured. They did Lollapalooza one year. It was the year that it was the grunge year, and so I saw them and Soundgarden and Pearl Jam and a couple other grunge bands at the time. They were all right. I like them better pre Blood Sugar Sex Magic. I thought they were better in those days. The problem is they did that one song on Blood Sugar Sex Magic called what, Under the Bridge, and that was a massive hit. And every song that they did after that sounded like that one. And I wasn't really ever into that song. There were I thought better songs, and unfortunately the band changed. So pool froze up. Yeah, at its peak, I had 2 inches of ice. In fact, I put a picture on the vlog yesterday of it. Let me show you. It was there's a picture of me holding the ice. Let's see if we can get it so it doesn't glare here. Yeah, see, that was 2 inches of ice. What I did is I just broke a chunk off of it and was able to hold it. But yeah, it was a lot of. That was the pool a couple days ago. Talk about hard water. And that's the area out there by the elevated planter I built for the garden. Oops, hang on here. So good thing I don't have anything in the ground. That's the garden planters right there. They're completely buried in snow. a few days ago. Yeah, Jeff Kidd was here for a few minutes, but usually around this time, he pops in. They're going to lunch after church, and he'll usually pop in later on. Have I been to the Texas Ranger Museum? Yes, I did a vlog on that. About a year and a half ago. So yes, I did go there. It was a fascinating place. You got to check it out if you get a chance. Let's see what's going on here. Does Bite meow during the night? Yes, he does. And in fact, they were both meowing this morning. Trained squirrels on ice. Squirrels have been kind of scarce lately, so I actually put food out for them this morning. I saw they were munching on the corn, so it's good to see that they survived all this. And I think it gets over 115. I don't think it doesn't really get that warm. It's usually in the upper 90s uh, for the entire summer. That's why I really love the pool. You like the rib recipe? They came out great. That was the one in the Instant Pot, right? Yeah, those are amazing. It's on your list of places to see, the Texas Ranger Museum. Yeah, it's very, very cool. There's a lot of great stuff there. Turns out that it seems like a lot of, in addition to have liking, vintage stuff, a lot of like ex Texas Rangers actually donated a lot of their personal stuff when they retired. Who's had the vaccine yet? I haven't, but I'll get it when it comes along. Just if anything that'll help me get out of the mask. I'm getting tired of the mask. I work 12 and a half hour days, and I have to have the mask on all day, and I'm tired of having chapped lips, and it's getting to the point where the little rubber band that goes around the back of your ear pulls on my ears so much that I have a headache at the end of the day. I see any accidents. I saw a lot of people spin out, but I didn't actually see any accidents. I tried to kind of stay off the road for the most part. I have had to go to work, and those couple first days, the trips into work were very, very scary. I'm a California boy. I don't know how to drive in the snow or ice. I mean, and it's the ice that's worse because the car sits there and does this kind of thing, and it's like, ugh. Your brother lives in Tyler. Had an $8,000 electric bill. I've been hearing about that. Um, did I vlog the Texas Ranger Museum? Yes, it's a two-parter. When did I do it? I don't know. It's harder for me to pull it up on the phone. Somebody gets a chance to look it up. Tell them what number it is. But yeah, just go into my vlogs and type Texas Ranger Museum. Well, that defeats the point of having the vaccine then if you still have to wear a mask. See, I think at that point I think they're just this government that just enjoys tormenting people. They like having this much control over us because once you have the vaccine, you shouldn't need the mask anymore. That's sort of what the vaccine means. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing well too. Definitely survived it. Here's how you drive in the snow. You don't. Yeah, that's true. It was funny. Like I said a little earlier. One of the problems we've had is that the grocery store shelves are bare again, and you know how much I like drinking milk. Um, but there hasn't been milk on the shelf for like a week. And a few days ago on my last weekend, I actually went over to my local HEB. They didn't have it, didn't have any milk. I tried to go to a local Walmart. They were closed. Walmart apparently closed almost all their stores in Texas. and just opened up a couple days ago. And then I would decide, okay, well, let's go. There's one really, really big HEB in town. Let's go there. If anyone has anything, has milk, it'll be them. And they didn't have it either. But I remember when I was going there was one point where there was this like four-wheel drive truck that was just literally trying to overcompensate. It was swerving back and forth like this, slipping around in the snow. So yeah, I hit I hit Walmart on the way home from work last night. Figuring out, it's insane that I'm even going to probably find anything. But I went in there and the entire refrigerator section was just pick clean. There was nothing there. Okay, Robert telling us that the Texas Ranger Museum was number 106 and 107. So there you go. You had to wear a mask all through Disney World in 80 degree. Yeah, that's the one thing that I have going for me. I work inside and it's kept pretty comfortable in there. So, but I can't imagine having to be outside in 80-degree weather, especially at Disney World where it's not only hot, it's humid. Yeah, that's definitely an issue, Connie. Because when I was out on the road, I was driving very, very slow just because I don't want to be, I don't want to, I don't want to cause the accident. And I know that I don't know a whole lot about doing this. So I want to take it real slow. And I was surprised all the people that were driving like idiots. I want to stock the shelters with MREs. Yeah. Honestly, though, it wasn't really a problem. I got all sorts of food in the freezer, and even if the power went out and I lost the freezer, it's not like there wasn't ice outside to keep my food cool. So I had plenty of food around here. Did I cover the trees? No, because covering the trees is good for keeping like the snow off of them, but it's not gonna protect them from the extreme cold. When you have a week long period where it's like 10 degrees, you know, blanket's not going to protect that. MREs are basically prepackaged meals. They're called. It's an acronym. Meals ready to eat. It's food that you can, you know, keep forever for like emergencies and stuff like that. I think we first started hearing publicly about MREs during the Iraq War because they'd give like the natives like MREs to feed the people because there wasn't the food supplies were stretched because of the war. Old sea rations, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think Waco was really prepared for this because this isn't the kind of thing that happens. So there aren't any snow plows here. Because when it does snow, it usually doesn't stick. When it snowed a month ago here, it was just a light snow. It never really got to the point where the snow stuck to the road. After 4 or 5 hours, it was gone. But here, it really was. It was snowy and icy for about a week because even when people drove over it, that just compressed it, that turned it into ice. 78 people here, only 33 likes. Actually, 85 people now and 34 likes. So there you go. Look who's back showing his butt again. We don't have to smash the button. I mean, we don't want to. We don't want anyone breaking their computer or anything. Just a light tap. That would be nice. Hi, Amy. How you doing? Steve MRE 1989 is eating rations that are over 100 years old. Yummy. Doesn't sound that doesn't sound that appetizing to me. That's just me. Amy had a lot of dental work to do implants. Okay, there you go. They say no one in Texas experienced cold in a storm like that last week. Yeah, I heard a lot of people who've lived here all their lives say that they haven't seen that in a long time. Couldn't believe how people have no survival skills or use of common sense. Well, I mean, yeah, just look around you. I mean, wasn't there that idiot that tried to use Gorilla Glue as a hairspray? I mean, come on, that's the world we're surrounded by. You got to remember that half the people in the world are below average intelligence. Can I play any musical instruments? I played clarinet and saxophone in high school, but no, not really. My all good from frozen pipes? Yeah, I didn't have any of that. I kept the water running the whole time. The hose spigots on the outside of the house, they froze a little bit, but they seem to all have been thawed out now. I actually had to top off the pool a little bit this morning, so I was able to do that. Any good cooking segments? Yeah, the video that goes up on Tuesday is going to be a cooking segment. It was a simple one, but it turned out really well. Records are showing that it was a 100-year storm. I don't know if it was quite that much. I heard, people I talked to said that they saw something like this about 50 years ago. Hey, buddy. Your best friend said the pipes burst behind her washer and won't have a plumber until March 8th. Yeah, I've heard the plumbers are probably in short demand right now. It'd be a perfect as a straight guy in a slapstick comedy. Yeah, I suppose so. I was kind of identified with a straight guy anyway, so I didn't. I did leave water dripping. I left it dripping in the kitchen sink and in one of the bathrooms. But as soon as it kind of rose above 32 yesterday, I turned that all off, and we've been fine ever since. There's a magazine with instant pot recipes. I just went online over to Amazon and bought a couple of cookbooks. Have I had the cats in the emergency room in the storm shelter in the garage yet? No, no. I did bring this one out, let him experience the snow a little bit last night or a couple of days ago. Let's just say he's not a fan. I remind you of Tommy Smothers, huh? Okay, there you go. I think I'm more of a Fred Gwynn type, but that's okay. You invest in some sort of an alternate power source. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Like I said, if this is just a 50-year or 100-year storm, the issue is where would I put it? Because any decent generator is going to be a pretty good size. The cats still make me laugh at times. Yeah, when they do something stupid, which I mean that happens from time to time. You do stupid things all the time, don't you? Fall off of something or try and jump and misjudge the distance, right? Yeah. Most homes in are flat top roofs. They do great with solar panels. I have thought about solar panels, and I don't know, maybe I do that at some point. Have I ever tried my talent at a comedy store? No, no, not really. I mean, until I started vlogging and stuff like that, the idea of performing for people it was outside of my comfort zone. And in reality, right now, I'm just talking to my computer, which just makes me look really, really crazy. I don't consider the fact that there's 85 people watching me right now. Just looking at the cats make you laugh, huh? They're all going to laugh at you. Yep. That was my Carrie reference. Did I ever own a dog? Yes. Yes. As a kid, I had dogs. I had three dogs. Stage fright. Yeah, pretty much. Solar panels will pay off after 20 years. There's an incentive. I mean, if I didn't have like a set electric pay plan, where you pay the same amount every month, uh, I might consider that. It would be it'd be one of those things that maybe just get enough just to power the air conditioning, because that's really the big source of energy draw is the air conditioner. And if I could just power the air conditioner off of the heat, because that's the perfect time, or off of the sun, that's the perfect time to do it, because when it's hot, the sun's going to be up, and when the sun's up, there's going to be generating power to power the air conditioning. So yeah, you're right, Robert. If you want to see how I was before I kind of got a little bit more used to talking to the camera, you watch Jordan's vlogs. I rarely said anything. That was just, you know, I kind of found my voice, I guess, doing this, and feel a little bit more comfortable doing it. You even watched my first vlogs. It was clear I was really uncomfortable doing that, but it kind of got to the point where it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. 1,000 people are going to watch this. Okay. That is one of the things I'd have to consider, Suzanne. Is I have trees that would the prime area for the solar panel would be in the back of the house, and there's trees up there, so that would be an issue. And I like the trees, so you're all naked. Great. Well, let's get into the spirit then, here, huh? Let's make this live stream really exciting. Oh wait, no, I want you guys to stay and watch. I don't want to scare you all off. We'll just have to settle for Bite being naked. How do I like the Vermont weather? Hopefully my plants will make it. Yeah, I know. I'm concerned that well, some of the plants that were here, I'm gonna actually go around the house today and later on today and figure out what survived, because I'm sure a few of them. I know some of the ones in the back probably aren't going to make it. Unfortunately, including maybe the palm trees. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to survive or not. Yeah, I guess I had my moment in Jordan's vlogs. I mean, if he didn't think I was interesting on some level, he wouldn't have invited me to go along. Definitely wouldn't have put me on camera. But yeah, I still was a little uncomfortable, and you'd notice I just kind of stand there like a statue the whole time. Hey, Black Dot's here. Hey, Black Dot. You'll never live in another place that doesn't have palm trees. Well, hopefully I have palm trees. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to depend on what happens. It was hard on them. Yeah. I kind of figured they'd do all right for a while, but it wasn't short periods. That's the problem. Ever thought about a tangential deck to access the pool more favorable? I have thought about that. I don't know. It's kind of in the brainstorming phase, how I would do that. But I have thought about that. That might be a woodworking project at some point. The first time you saw me is when we went to the Watermelon Festival with Jordan, and I climbed that wall. Yeah, that was probably actually one of the last vlogs I did with Jordan. But because Jordan and I went to a lot of great places together. But yeah, that was kind of fun. And it was really funny too because Jordan doesn't like watermelon, so that was a real odd place for him to go. How low did the temperature get in Waco? The lowest I saw was about 6 at 6 Fahrenheit. So that was pretty cold. He said there wasn't going to be any snow. Well, I knew there'd be some snow, but when I put those palm trees in, I figured it was over. You like the design of my house? Ever think about designing? No, not really. I mean, I have thought it'd be kind of fun at some point to flip houses, but that takes a lot of money to start off with that. I wanted a change in weather, so there you go. Yeah, ain't that the truth? It's like that old saying that they say about the Midwest: don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes. It's funny though how quickly the snow disappeared because we went from like 4 inches of snow everywhere 2 days ago, and it's like it's almost gone now. So what are they saying? It's supposed to clear up and get back to normal temperatures starting yesterday, pretty much. It's we're supposed to get into the 60s today, and all of the ice is gone from the pool. Like, let's go mobile here. Hang on a second. Let's go for a little walk. Huh? We could do that. This is a laptop, right? Let's just see what we're talking about. Yeah, it's actually really nice. It's kind of a cool breeze out here, but look at that. All the snow's gone. It's all gone. I'd be careful not to get too far away from my Wi-Fi hotspot here. We'll drop the connection. But I mean, look at that. The water is free again. 2 days ago there was 2 inches of ice on there. It's still too cold. I wouldn't want to, stick my hand in there. It's still really, really cold. But that's it's all gone. You know, it's almost nice enough out here to do it out here. Yeah, see, there's a planter right there that I did. And my poor sad palm trees here, I'll show you them. Like I said, I'm not sure if they're going to do all right or not. We'll have to see. We'll see if they bounce back. But that's kind of where we are right now. Like I said, though, this was all covered with snow just 2 days ago. In fact, even this morning, this was kind of more of a blizzard because the snow was being blown by the wind. And even kind of right here by this fence here, even this morning, there was a little bit of snow left here from the blizzard, and that's all gone now. So no more snow. The icicles were all gone. You remember I showed you icicles hanging on the ceiling right here? They're all gone. They were gone this morning, or actually last night when I got home from work. There was a little bit of snow up on the roof this morning, but I think even that's gone. Let's see. Yeah, see, there was a little bit of snow up on the roof, like right here this morning, but even that's gone now. So, and now it's messed up my hair. But look at that, there's the temperature right now. Approaching 60. Actually, it's more than 60. What does it say? It says 62 here. I don't know if you can see that, but 62 degrees, so. All right, let's get ourselves hooked back up here again. Hang on a second. Gotta rotate everything back into position, plug everything back in. Plug in the mouse here so that I can block everyone that makes me mad. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, well, the water isn't that clean. If you look actually at the bottom of the pool, there's some leaves down there. A lot of leaves kind of accumulated on the ice, and then when the ice melted, it all sank. So I'm going to be running running the vacuum a little bit. I've been running it already today, and that'll take care of that. But the pool is actually pretty clear. You see a mohawk, huh? Yeah, that was me, my mohawk, huh? That's one of the nice things about short hair is it's a little bit easier to kind of keep it under control here because all I got to do is do that and I'm kind of back to normal. Gorilla Glue, yeah, we'll use Gorilla Glue. That I've heard that works really well. Yeah, I heard that there were like at least 10 people who died in this storm here. A lot of it was just because they froze to death. I got knocked off YouTube for a couple minutes. Did that happen to anyone else? I mean, I did kind of when I start walking around like that, it's always a possibility that I get too far away from the connection and I drop the connection. It didn't show me any errors here, but that doesn't mean that didn't happen. I hope they'll be okay. I mean, it might just be the external leaves that froze, and if new ones come out, then it'll be fine. Yeah, I know you do something stupid like that. People like that are the reason we have warnings on shampoo bottles. I mean, Gorilla Glue, and I mean, from what I've read, she knew, she used Gorilla Glue for other things. She knew what it was for. You don't use it for hairspray. That's stupid. Okay, Robert said they had a good connection the whole time. It's good to know that I can do that because it's always kind of a crapshoot when you do something like that because you don't know how far is too far to get away. because right now the router is literally right there. That's the router, so that's why I got really good connection right now because I'm literally 6 feet away from the router. But when I go outside, I have a brick wall between me and it, and you put some distance on, and eventually you'll get too far and you'll drop it. I put glue on his legs and duct tape. Good Darwin candidate here. He came in the whole time. Okay, that's good. It's good to know I can do that. Okay, Susan had to restart, but she's good now. Okay, well, there you go. You have a lava lamp. I have one there. You can see it just kind of peering around the corner here. I think mine's getting a little old though, because the lava it doesn't bubble anymore like it used to. How's the family? Family seems to be doing great. You know, um, I talk to my mom periodically. She's the one I really talk to most, and she kind of keeps me up with what's going on. Sister checks in from time to time via text or on Facebook or something like that. You live over a bar and they just got a brand new router which you use and it comes in really good. That's nice. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that router because I mean this is a fairly good sized house and I get good internet everywhere in the house. So if I was smart, I'd probably like maybe move the router like maybe over to like this desk or something like that because then that's kind of in a more central location in the house. But because this is one edge of the house here, you go through that, and you're outside. Still on the OT, yeah, still doing that. I've been really lucky though because of the 3 days that I've been scheduled to go in, I've only had to go in one and a half of them because the first day it snowed the first time, and they called me before and said, "Yeah, don't come in today." The second one I had to go in. The third one was last Sunday, and that was supposed to be a full day, but that was when the weather really started going south. And so about 4 hours in, management came in and said, "Yeah, just go home." So I don't know. It hasn't happened. I haven't had to do a lot of it yet. And at this point, we're getting close to another maintenance cycle at work, and so they don't even have a schedule up now for future OT at this point. So I would have had a frozen turtle. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Flash. I mean, I've considered that when Flash comes here, I'm going to have to keep that in mind. And when it gets really cold outside, I'm going to have to make her like a little box in the garage or something like that. What do I think of the Disney firing Gina Carraro? I don't know who she is. I guess she was in one of the Star Wars movies, but this cancel culture is getting out of hand. Everybody's going to say something that makes somebody mad sometime, and we can't just destroy everyone's life. That's getting just it's out of control. Yeah, I heard a lot of people had frozen pipes. I seem to have avoided that. I was a little concerned about it, but I kept the water running in the kitchen sink and in the bathroom back in the master bedroom. Just a little bit of a trickle just to keep the water moving. And I noticed that the moving water has a lot to do too because I kept the pump on in the pool the whole time, and there was one area where the water or the ice never formed, and that was the area where that water is pumped back into the pool. Yeah, I talked to my boss about that too, Black Dot. You know, I don't mind doing it if it's just a temporary thing, but if it becomes a long-term thing, my concern is getting burned out too. Because it's 12-hour days already. So 12-hour week or 12-hour day, 4 days a week. That's a long week. And when you get a fifth day, like I was supposed to be last week, that's a 60-hour week. That catches up to you quick. Yeah, probably with Flash, I'll just build her a box in the garage, because I wouldn't want to bring her into the house because she's cold blooded, so she hibernates in the winter, and if I bring her in the house, she's going to warm up, and then I'm going to have to feed her and clean up after her and all that fun stuff. You keep her in the garage, then it's 50 degrees rather than 10 degrees, and she doesn't freeze, but she'll stay asleep. You did 34 years, and yes, you get burned out. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I do like the fact that I have regular good hours at work now. I didn't have that at Disney. I had to work 6 days a week, and even there, I was only getting 28 hours a week. So it's nice to have a real full-time job where I'm guaranteed on average more than 40 hours a week. I'm very happy about that. But on the other hand, they do voluntary overtime if you want. You can sign up for it, and if they need it, they'll approve it. But I haven't been doing that because one, there's people that need it more than I do, and two, I don't really want it. So why the OT? Are people out for COVID? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. In fact, I was talking to my boss about it, and he was saying that people are kind of just taking advantage of the situation. They'll come in and because they know what the company does is if they even suspect that you've been around somebody that has COVID, they'll put you on quarantine, and that's paid quarantine. There's people that are taking advantage of that. They say, "Oh yeah, I was with somebody who had COVID. I need to go on quarantine," and they get 2 weeks off. Well, that just means the rest of us have to pick up the slack, and that's not fair. And that's what this mandatory overtime. So hopefully, that will change. Yeah, I wish I could retire at this point. Just not because the job isn't that hard. I like doing the job. It's interesting. It's a little different every day. I got my own line, so I kind of take it a little personally now, and it's kind of a challenge to make my line the best that it can be. But I'm getting tired of the masks. I really am. I am so over the masks. Can't even rely on the caffeine for breakfast. I stopped drinking caffeine altogether about 5 years ago. It doesn't work on me. Caffeine makes me sleepy. Yeah, Valentine voluntary overtime is great. If they need it, that's great. But like I said, I don't really need it. There are people that do need it. I mean, there's a couple crazy people on the opposite shift that in addition to working their regular shift, will come in and work 2 or 3 days on our shift. I can't imagine doing that. 5 or 6 12-hour days a week. That would definitely be the end of me. But I guess they need the money, so that's what they do. But that's what it is. It's work, it's sleep, it's work, it's sleep. Somebody's making money on those masks, definitely. But I'm tired of them. I'm tired of the chapped lips. I'm tired of having a headache at the end of the day because it's pulling on my ears all day. Tired of my nose being itchy. Where are the kitties? There's one right there. The other one's probably in her room hiding. Oh, that was Elvis. Elvis is in the house. Anyone else creeped out by the fact that a guy who's been dead for 40 years is participating in our live streams? Yeah, I know. I've noticed that too. That's the ultimate irony. You used to walk into a bank with a mask and everyone panic. Good morning, Jeannie. Hey, Bite. What do you got to add? You have anything to add other than you want a kitty treat? Hmm? Whoops, drop that one. You klutz. Oh, you gotta go get it. I'm not gonna pick it up. You gotta go find it. He'll figure it out in a minute. He knows he dropped one. He knows it's down there somewhere. Fell in the crack there between the arm and the cushion. So yeah, I think he's figured it out now. Yeah, you got it. The cats like music? I don't know. Do you like music? I think you just like kitty treats, don't you? Elvis isn't dead. Okay, there you go. But we don't know if that's actually Brad's opinion or just Brad's brain. Oh, that ain't that the truth. That's what the meowing at like 5 in the morning is. Serve me, serve me. Elvis thinks you're cool. Do you know that? There you go. At least you're showing your face, not your butt. That's how it usually works, isn't it? His favorite place to hang out now during the day is right here on the couch. So every day before I do the live streams, I got to get in here and brush all the cat hair off of the off of the couch. That's the reason I actually put the cover on here is so that we don't get cat hair on the couch. That way, if I actually have customers guests over, I can pull the cover off and you come over here and be affectionate, huh? Is that what you're gonna do? You gotta stare at them. They're the ones that are watching you. You just wonder why I come out here every week and talk to my computer, don't you? Must be pretty crazy to do that. Bite ran off. We'll have to get him a kitty rub, a belly rub here soon. Your cat like the Rolling Stones. That's awesome. Kitty head bumps. Yep, that's what that is. People have fist bumps. Cats have head bumps. Oh, absolutely, Jeannie. That's all it is being affectionate is just give me a treat, give me a treat. Just down here on the ground now, brushing up against the TV tray that I got the mouse on. Yeah, Bite's my buddy, aren't you? You my buddy? The problem is you shed all over the place and it gets on my nose and it tickles my nose. Then I have to rub my nose all the time. That's your fault. You know that, right? Would I ever own a different animal that you don't own now? What would it be? You know, I've had all sorts of animals in my life. I've had some sort of pet in my life. I think probably since I was about 5. You know, we got our first dog, and from that point on, there's never been a point where I haven't had some sort of a pet. So I've had dogs, cats, guinea pigs, rabbits, birds. I had an iguana once. I've got a tortoise. Um, so yeah, all sorts of pets. I had a chinchilla as a pet once. I always thought skunks were really cute. I'd like to have a pet skunk. I mean, those faces, they're just adorable. You know, you can have them descended so that isn't an issue. And generally, the smell issue is a defense mechanism if they're not threatened by you. It's amazing how much cat hair ends up in the lint trap and the lip dryer. Yeah, especially when you have two cats. Been up since 3 watching the Australian Open. Oh, okay. There you go. I've been up since 6 because I tried to go to the grocery store and get milk. Didn't work out that well because they didn't open till 7. But I got milk, so I'm happy now. You know, a Dalmatian named Spot. That's an awesome name for a Dalmatian. Your grandmother had a pet raccoon. Yeah, they're cute too. You know, I wouldn't mind having something odd as a pet. Like I said, skunks are really cute looking. They're really cute animals. And there goes Bite. Bite has left the building. I'll go back and take a nap with his sister, I'm sure. 101 people in here. That's cool. That's funny. We were just talking about Dalmatians. We got 101 people. Yeah, I've always loved having pets. Yeah, guinea pigs are great pets. I had a few of those. An otter, that'd be fun. Otters are cute. I've seen a lot of people like have ferrets. They seem like they're a lot of fun too. I see the Grateful Dead YouTube channel. They're still putting out albums of recordings, live shows from the last 25 years. Yeah, a lot of those bands they just recorded and recorded and recorded. And there's stuff that we may never hear. Land of the Lost. Yeah, I remember Land of the Lost. Used to watch that. Another thing you wouldn't take is a pet tarantula. I had a pet black widow for a long time. Actually, I had a few of them. It was always fun when you found one that was pregnant too. Ferrets are illegal in California. Well, glad I'm not in California then. Pets are just hairy family members. Ain't that the truth? Logan wants you to come back, Bite. You gonna come back? Just kind of chilling out right there. There's Bite, Logan. I bet you if I shook the kitty treat, you'd come back. Yep, told you. Your grandmother had a pet monkey. You couldn't stand it because it always tried to bite you. Yeah. I don't know if you watch the like the Jaws channel on Facebook, or even I think even from time to time on the Escaping the Mouse channel, they put up that vlogger that has the monkey called Monkey Boo. Ferrets have a scent gland. Okay. Well, cats and dogs do too. I know because every once in a while this guy empties him on me. Trust me, it's not pretty. See, that got his attention. Grabs it and he drops it. What a klutz. You're a klutz, Bite. Did you know that? At least you got that one, didn't drop it. All right, thanks for stopping in, Paul. Open space left of the amp is killing you. Yeah, I don't know. We'll maybe put something there at some point. I don't know. I kind of wanted to have the amp directly centered below the guitar, but we could put something there at some point. Considering how much stuff there is on the rest of the walls here, it does seem kind of odd that there's that big empty space there. A good lag in reading comments relative to weather. Well, I don't always necessarily read the comment right when it pops up too. I mean, the latest one right now I see is from Rhonda. Apparently, Charlotte and Logan need to take a nap. So a lot of times, what I'll do is I got like 10 comments on the screen right now, and I'll just kind of scan through it and see something that looks interesting, and oh, hey, we'll talk about that. One of your friends back in the day had a tarantula. You had lizards, piranha, fish, and even an alligator or crocodile. You could buy almost anything back then. Yeah, potbelly pig. Yeah, I've seen people say that they like those too. Who else can live a very happy life without wall-to-wall carpet? I don't have wall-to-wall carpeting. Everything is just tile here. There's only carpeting in one room, and that's the closet in the master bedroom. Every place else is tile. I love it. So much easier to clean. Carpet gets stained and dirty so easily, and once it's dirty, it's like impossible to get it clean. When I had the house in California, there was a guest bedroom upstairs, and I don't even know what happened, but the carpet got stained at one point, and you could shampoo it, and you get the stain to come out, and then when it dried, it would come back again, and never was able to get that taken care of. I even had a professional come in when I sold the house, and they couldn't do anything about it. It was just one of those things that had to go with the house. The only option I think is maybe to replace the carpet. And, well, that wasn't in the books at the time. Anything catch my attention in astronomy or geophysical world? Well, I mean, they landed a rover on Mars a couple days ago. That's kind of cool. I always love when they do stuff like that. I love kind of watching that stuff. It's kind of cool how those rovers that they put on Mars like 15 years ago, those things were only supposed to work for like 30 days, and they've been going for years and years and years up there. That's insane. Have I talked to Jordan lately? We don't really talk. We kind of text back and forth, and so I put I got a couple text messages from him recently. He's doing good. Yeah, I love wood floors too. I had wood floors in the house in California. This is kind of a laminate thing, but it's one of the nice things. It's really tough, and so when I move furniture around, I don't scratch it. That's one of the things you run into when you have like a real natural wood grain or wood floors. Is they're really easy to damage. This stuff is like just it can hold up to anything. It's perfect for me. I had a pet shark in a fish tank once, but it bit him. Well, that doesn't sound like any fun. I got a cat that wanders free in the house and he bites me too. A lot of people said the Mars pictures are fake. A lot of people say the moon landing didn't happen either. Yeah, yeah. Jordan did comment on the vlog last night. I saw that.